There is something really cool and unique about this figure, and it's not just because it's a big, beautiful die-cast Optimus Prime. Let's open him up, check him out, and of course do a bit of toy photography. So this right here is a super unique figure that I've never seen anything like it before, because it is actually a die-cast model kit. Yeah, like a model kit. And it's different than most model kits. Usually when I think of a model kit, I think of like Gundam, Gunpla, or Bandai model kits, stuff like that. This is a lot different. It looks like it's a lot more simple, a lot thicker and chunkier, and it's made of die cast, you know? So this is gonna be a whole lot different than what you would normally expect from, I guess, a Transformers figure and from a model kit. And it's made by a company called Yolopark. I don't know about you, but I have never heard of Yolopark before recently. So a friend of mine named Yimbo actually recommended this figure to me. I'm not really a huge Transformer guy. I think Transformers are actually really cool, but I didn't really grow up with them like a lot of people have. I don't have like a huge affinity for them like a lot of people do, but I think Optimus Prime is cool. And so when I see a really cool, unique figure from a company I've never heard of that looks cool, even if it's Optimus Prime, I'm getting it. So besides Five Nights at Freddy's, Transformers is actually the most like requested thing I get to like make videos about. So any comments or anything you leave on these YouTube videos, I always read them and I always take them quite seriously. And that's really the reason why I've got this, because perfect opportunity for me to finally make a video that people have been asking for. So thank you for requesting. Keep doing it, please. Since it's something I'm not super familiar with, please feel free to correct me in the comments like you probably should and usually do when I screw stuff up on videos where I'm not super familiar with the IP with. And same with the little green diamond thingy, which that is so awesome. Just the little green diamond thingy. I would highly recommend going onto the Yolopark website. There's a lot of cool stuff on there, including lots more Transformers stuff from all different eras of Transformers, whether you like Michael Bay stuff, or if you like animated stuff, or old school. I mean, there's tons of it, and some really incredibly beautiful, detailed, and crazy figures on there, like crazy. And then there's some minions on there too. I actually ended up picking this guy up on Amazon for 60 bucks, and it came right away. Thanks, Prime. Amazon seems to be the best place to get these guys, so I'll have him linked in the description along with everything else. And at the time of filming this, a lot of these figures are on sale because of Prime Day. I'm not sure how long that lasts for, but definitely right away go and check that out in case you can get, you know, save like 10 bucks or something on a figure. Now is the time, and I'll have all those links in there like always. Check them out, all those links. Oh. To all the actual Transformers fans, are you actually excited for the G.I. Joe and Transformers crossover that seems to be coming? I think it honestly sounds kind of awesome. I'm not really a huge fan of either, but that sounds cool, and I'll be there for that in the theaters when that comes out. But to the people who really love Transformers, is that like a bad idea? Like, I'm actually quite curious to know, is that like really dumb? As a casual at best fan of Transformers, I think it sounds cool. I would love to know. Please let me know. Okay, well, I'm not gonna take this stuff out because I would much rather keep him in while I go through these very nice looking directions and put this guy together. It looks really easy, which I'm really excited for because I suck at stuff like this. So let's put it together. Sick, check it out. There's a battery you put in there to light up his eyes. I love when I learn after buying something that their eyes or something light up. Yes! Alright, is the battery included in here or what? It's actually not very clear. I think it does not include the battery. Alright? Okay, well, here he is, and I gotta say, he looks pretty dang good. Like, look how cool he looks. He looks awesome. Like, what a cool looking figure. I can say officially that it's a lot less die cast than I thought it would be. I mean, if you just were to look at him as is, just like this, you would probably say, wow, that whole thing looks die cast. It's actually not. There's only actually a couple pieces that, from what I can tell, are die cast, and some pieces, a lot of them are plastic and incredibly well painted to really make it look like they're also die cast. Well, from what I can tell, that are definitely 100% die cast. The toes are, he's got like steel toe boots on basically. His kneecaps are definitely metal. The joints in the knees and the joints in the shoulders are die cast. I think there's some little bits around inside of the waist, but honestly, I think that's kinda it. A lot of the rest of it are plastic. Unless there's just more than meets the eye. No pun intended. Feels heavy, as if he's more than, you know, just plastic, you know, he feels good. All right, well, he looks great, but does he move around well? And he's actually got a lot of points of articulation despite it being a model kit. It actually says exactly the type of degrees and range of motion every joint has right in there, which is kind of cool. As far as knees, look at this. Knees go all the way back like that. That's pretty insane. And there's a little bit of feet here. Actually, what I noticed, make sure when you put this together, make sure this little foot flap here is outside, because if you don't do that, you'll lose all foot articulation and he won't stand up. But he does move the foot around enough to get some motion to be able to pose him up a little bit. He's got some thigh articulation too. Go about that far. Oh, whoa. Optimus. Dude, chill, man. And with the help of these flaps right here to move things around, he does have a little bit more articulation up in the waist area. He can kind of sit down. Look at that. You go, Optimus. You can do what you want to do, my friend. You've got a little bit of twist around here, and you can twist all the way around actually. And around the chest area, actually you have some joints here, so you can add a little bit of sass to your there. So that's kind of nice. As far as arms go, you've got all this. You can get full T-pose, that's cool. And you've also got full range all the way around. So you can do all kinds of stuff, you know? Woo! Head does move a little bit. You can look up about that much. You can't really look down much though, which is unfortunate. You can't look down like at all, really. And the instructions actually say to use a screwdriver to help open this, but you can pop his chest open, being very gentle here. And we've got all that, which that's his little transformer heart, whatever that's called. Sorry, everyone. And that was actually a separate piece that can come out. And also forgot to mention too, his hands are also articulated. You've actually got thumb movement, not individual fingers, but you can move fingers as a whole. I think, yes, and you can move just his pointer finger too. So if you want to have him pointing, you can do that. So despite it being a big clunky model kit, you can get him into some pretty decent poses. Definitely a really cool, legitimate figure. So he comes with 3 different things, one of which is his gun. I don't know what this is called, sorry guys, but this is Optimus Prime's gun, which I've definitely seen him use in other action figures and stuff before, so that's pretty cool. And he comes with his hand energy axe thing. Sorry if this has a name also, but this can be replaced with his hand on the figure and it looks really great, especially under some lighting and stuff, so that's really freaking cool. And then the last thing he comes with is this gun right here, which is cool, but for some reason, like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is a Transformer gun? This looks like something I got out of Grand Theft Auto and then I modded it or something. Like, this looks like a human gun, right? Please, Transformer people, let me know what is up with this. I need to know. Yeah, he comes with it. Of course, he comes with a little stand, which is pretty cool. I don't think he really needs it. I feel like this is more for just like display purposes, obviously, but I probably won't use it. I think it looks better without. I actually went to Walmart really quick just now and I could not find the right battery. They did not have it at all, and I was actually kind of surprised. So I'm not gonna be able to have the batteries for the video, but I do have this quick clip here from my boy Yimbo, who does have the batteries. Thanks, Yimbo. So this is still what it looks like. It's actually a magnetic on-off switch. So you actually take the little gun here when you can turn it on by tapping it just like that. Boop, boop. I'm gonna put the Amazon link to the correct battery on there. I'm gonna get them too. It'll take a couple days, but I will have the link to the correct batteries in the description. He's about exactly 8 inches tall or so, which I think is like the perfect size for a Transformer. Here he is compared to a just normal Hasbro kind of Optimus Prime. And here he is compared to the Diamond Select Iron Giant. Here he is compared to one of the big 3-0 like DLX Optimus. And this is a really cool figure. He's definitely a little bit smaller than that, of course. Okay, well, is this guy worth 60 bucks? Was he worth the $60? Considering he's partially die-cast, the detail in the paint is kind of incredible, to be honest. It looks really cool. He lights up. It is a model kit. He's articulated. He comes with stuff. 60 bucks is really good. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they were selling a figure like this for more. I think $60 is actually a good deal. I think it's honestly a steal. I would love to know what you think, especially from Transformer fans who are much more versed in this stuff than I am. I would really love to know. I give him a W. Do you give him a W or an L? Please let me know. This is a W for sure, dude. Like, come on. He's really freaking cool.
Autobots, roll out!
Okay, let's go and take a pretty cool stinking toy photo with this guy. It's a shooting and reviewing video, and I think the shininess and the die-cast metallic look of him is going to really complement with lighting and stuff, and I think it's gonna look good, and reflections and stuff, so let's go and actually take this photo. This is gonna be epic. Let's go. Okay, here we go. I'm outside. It's kind of raining a little bit, but not a lot. And I've got my Optimus set up here with a ton of lights. And right now, it doesn't really look so cool. In camera, it looks a whole lot cooler. And it looks much darker in camera because I have my shutter speed so high. The higher my shutter speed, the darker the photo is gonna get. Plus, the higher shutter speed, I can get cool raindrops and stuff to get captured at high speeds and it'll look really good. So that's really my goal. I have this random police car next to him. Drew some little lines in chalk on the ground to make it look like a road. I surrounded him with loom cubes. If you're interested in getting any of these lights, loom cubes, or really any of the gear I'm using, I have all of it linked in the description, as always. So really all I'm gonna do is take a bunch of shots with my spray bottle and water in different places. I'm gonna use my timer on my camera here. So when I click it, the timer goes off and then it'll go. There we go. Pretty much every camera has one. Definitely look into it. I'm just gonna take a bunch of shots and combine them all in Photoshop with different lights in different areas, different water, and that's it. Here are my settings right now. My shutter speed's at 1,250, which is pretty high. So I'm gonna be able to get some really fast moving water particles captured quickly because of the shutter speed, and it darkens things a lot. The aperture f2.5 is kind of gonna make it so there's a blurry background, and it's really gonna disguise that boring ass grass background I've got there into looking maybe like a city or something like that in the background. And so, don't worry, Optimus is going to be very dry afterwards. No rusting allowed in this house. That's really it. Let's go and take this shot and get something cool. There we go. Optimus is on top of my dehumidifier right now, blowing tons of air. I dried him off pretty good already, but he's going to get very, very dry on here, just in case. Man, what an awesome figure. This figure is such a huge win. It's really awesome. This is like the best $60 I've ever spent on a figure, and it's not even something I'm a huge fan of. I would love to know what you think though, however. Please let me know in the comments if you think this is worth it, if it's not worth it. If you have it already, I would just love to know what you think. This photo, along with everything else, will be posted on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. If you did enjoy the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel, as always. And thank you so much for watching and getting this far into the video. I will see you in the next one.